Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the only Visconti pen I have, and that is the Visconti Merry-Go-Round, which is a version of their Rembrandt model. Visconti is not a brand I'm usually into. They make very nice pens and they make some really weird pens that I don't understand. But one thing is like a general assessment by me, is that their pens are expensive. And I do like and buy expensive pens sometimes. You've seen my videos maybe. You know I have a lot of pens and some of them are pricey, but Visconti has never really seduced me enough to get me to pay for their pens. There's one pen, of course, that I still want. It's the Homo sapiens. I really like the lava stuff and the look of it. Still haven't chilled out for it. I've wanted it for years actually, but it's so pricey that I can't make myself do it. Anyway, this version of the Rembrandt was actually made with kids in mind. So this is like a kid's first pen and the markings are like a kid's drawing. Part of the proceeds of this pen went to a children's hospital in Italy, I believe, and it's a hospital where they do cancer research, and specifically for the cancer department of that children's hospital. So it was a good cause. It took me a while to find one because, of course, it came out, I think it came out in 2014-ish, and I have had it for 2 years maybe, but not much longer. Yeah, it was sold out everywhere. I nagged one of my fellow YouTubers for theirs for a while, Penultimate Dave, but I didn't get it. It's sad. I found it at Akkerman, not Akkerman The Hague, but I found it at Akkerman Amsterdam. There's two different stores, so keep that in mind. So yeah, let's go for a close-up on this pen. It's a really lovely finish, and yeah, it's the only Visconti I have, so let's switch the shot. Okay, here we have the Visconti Merry-Go-Round up close. As I said, it's a version of a Rembrandt, but this has a very pretty finish, as you can see. So this finish is supposed to mimic a child's doodles or drawings, and all the merry-go-rounds are different. So there's some that are completely like colored, and there are some that are very white. So like here I have a very light section, but then there's a bunch of color here again. So these are like random patterns that Visconti made, there are some of these that are very just white, and I think I got lucky. Even though it's like one of the last ones I could find at a regular store, I still got a good finish on this. Although I would have liked a little more color here, but as you can see, there's like this pastel-y section, which is actually fairly nice. So this is a really special looking pen, and it just makes me really happy. So the finish is, for me, the main reason I got this pen. I fell in love with this whimsy-like finish. The cap is like a standard Visconti bow-shaped cap. It's very usable. The top here has a dad and mom or family holding hands with a child. It says merry-go-round on there. And then the cap band, I hope it can focus on this. It's having a hard time today. Also has the parents holding hands with their children, which is a very nice touch, I feel. So these pens, you can buy them with a special Dream Touch nib, but they come with a standard steel nib. I have a medium nib on here, steel medium. I do want to try one of the more expensive Visconti nibs because I've heard so much about them, both the good and bad things. So I'm just curious as to how they work. Section is metal. It's not very slippery. It actually is very nice to hold, and there's a ridge here that prevents it from being too slippery. Love this cap mechanism. So there's like a magnet in here with the capping. So I don't know if you can. So part of the, you have to still push it fully, but it like always finds its way home. Then you, oh, it does it on its own. Sorry guys, I always get excited by this. So yeah, it's just a fun touch to have that type of capping mechanism. This pen does not come with a converter. So I put a converter in myself. I think I have a very cheap converter in here, like a Jinhao converter. I would say if you're buying the pen, just get a Faber-Castell converter. They're my favorite Standard International converters. It's a Standard International. So it should be easy to get. You can also use a cartridge if you want. So this comes in a very pretty like triangular box. I tossed the box when I moved, so I can't show you it. But there are plenty of other videos or pictures of the box. I'm not very attached to pen boxes because I have so many pens. Like, why would I keep all the boxes? Sounds like a disaster. I did keep the boxes of my Pelikan M800s because like I always thought maybe I would sell them, but this pen is never getting sold. So today I'm inking it with Diamine, Purple Rain. Let's be careful about this. I think you guys must realize by now that I love purple inks. How's there a hiss? That's so weird. Also, inky fingers already. Always inky fingers. Okay, just unscrew. This is a very dark purple with a gold sheen. So my obsessions are purple and sheen. It's not completely full, but I can live with that. I have so many pens inked, guys. I should do a currently inked, so you can see all that I have inked. Doing this off screen, which is bad. Okay. I'll come back to you when the section is clean. All right, here we are, ready for the writing sample. I cleaned up the inky mess, like my fingers are dirty. So there was like crud on the side of this bottle, and that fell on the table, and it just gives you like an inky mess. But that happens sometimes with very saturated inks. And I'm gonna give you a writing sample of this pen. I've heard so much about Visconti nibs, good and bad. But you should just experience it yourself. So Visconti merry-go-round. This is a medium nib. With Diamine or Diamine, I never know. Purple Rain, which you can see it is like a black. So in some lights it does look purple, but it does really seem to be fairly black. I would say this is a true like Western medium, as you can see. And this nib, like this nib is not special. Like it's just a steel medium. But it's fine. It flows nicely. It's not scratchy. It's also not overly smooth. Doesn't dry up randomly. So yeah, that is my like opinion on steel nibs by Visconti. Nothing special. It's a simple steel medium nib. You pay a premium for the name, so the brand, and for the finishes they have, because it's undeniable that they are very pretty. Even like the regular Rembrandts or the Van Gogh pens are just lovely. So if you don't mind spending like at least 140 for a seal nib pen, I would say go for one of the pens that you think is prettiest. If I compare this to pens in the same price class, such as a Pelikan M200, which is slightly cheaper, I would choose the Pelikan any day. Pelikan, that's a piston filler. It has a steel nib, but I don't know, it feels like more value for money. But, of course, the M200s don't always come in pretty finishes like this. So, that's up to you. Are you going for outside or inside? Alright. I hope you enjoyed, guys, this rant about my only Visconti. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.